Hello, my name is Camila Noriega, and today I'm going to be doing my persuasive speech on investing in climate resilient infrastructure. Imagine waking up one morning to find out that your street is underwater, your power is out, and emergency services can't even reach your neighborhood because the roads have collapsed. For millions of people around the world, this is not a movie scene, it's becoming a reality. Climate change is no longer an environmental issue, it is direct. A threat to the safety, stability, and infrastructure of our communities. Today, I want to persuade to you that investing in climate resilient infrastructure is not only necessary, it's urgent. If we don't start adapting our buildings, transportation systems, and now energy networks, the future costs and damages and human impacts will be far worse. Today, I'm going to be talking about climate change damaging our cities and systems, sustainable infrastructure in our world today, government research which confirms the need for immediate action, credible global science organizations that show what will happen if we fail to invest, and the general public which can understand what the stakes are with the help of accessible reporting. Climate change is already damaging our cities and systems. It is the increased heat, heavy rainfall, flooding, and coastal erosion, all of which put enormous strain in our infrastructure we rely on daily. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, climate impacts are already disrupting water systems, transportation networks, and energy grids across the country, especially during severe storms and heat waves. This is the first major reason we must start investing in resilient systems. What we currently have was never built for the climate we have now. New sustainable infrastructure solutions already exist today, and research shows that they work. Green roofs can improve urban resilience. It is one of the most promising solutions, which are roofs covered with vegetation instead of traditional materials. According to a 2025 article by Deborah Pons, Furiton, and colleagues in the Environmental Impact Assessment Review, green roofs significantly reduce energy use, improve stormwater absorption, and lower carbon emissions across the roof's lifespan. This research shows that buildings themselves can play a huge role in reducing climate stress, especially in cities where heat and flooding are growing problems. Another solution is modernizing transportation infrastructure. Another area where resilience is urgently needed is transportation. According to a 2025 peer-reviewed article by Victor Crowell and colleagues in the journal Sustainability, the transition to electric vehicles is happening much faster than cities can build charging infrastructure to support it. Without expanding renewable energy, changing stations, and smart transportation systems, as well as eco-friendly mobility options, the U.S. risks falling behind both environmentally and economically. As the researchers explain, eco-friendly transport infrastructure is not just a green upgrade. It is an essential for reducing pollution, improving long-term climate stability. Government research confirms that the need of immediate action. Government scientific agencies have been raising red flags all around for years. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, climate-driven flooding, sea level rise, and extreme storms pose a serious threat to the U.S. coastal infrastructure, including ports, roads, and water systems, which, with nearly 40% of Americans living in coastal counties, the damage is expected to increase dramatically unless strategically planned resilience investments begin now. Credible global science organizations show what will happen if we fail to invest. In addition to U.S. government reports, international organizations also warn us that infrastructure must be strengthened. The United Nations Climate Program argues that climate adaptation, including flood, resistant buildings, green architecture, and resilient transportation, is one of the most cost-effective strategies for reducing future climate losses. The reason is simple. Every dollar invested in resilience today saves $4 to $7 in future disaster costs. Even the general public can understand the stakes with the help of accessible reporting. One accessible explanation comes from the National Geographic, which describes how climate-driven disasters like extreme heat and severe storms are intensifying and overwhelmingly outdated infrastructure systems. Although National Geographic is a .com source, it is one of the most respected science magazines, and it helps ordinary readers understand the urgency behind upgrading our infrastructure. Climate resilient infrastructure is not optional, it is essential. Research shows that sustainable solutions like green roofs can reduce urban heat and flooding. Eco-friendly transport systems can cut emissions and reduce pollution. And government agencies confirm that coastal and inland infrastructure are already being damaged by climate change. If we wait, the cost of inaction will be far greater, not only in money, but in lives, homes, and the stability of our communities. By investing in climate resilient infrastructure now, we can build a safer, cleaner, and more sustainable future for everybody. Thank you.